Hello all. In this video, we're going to talk about protein synthesis topic. It is also called polypeptide synthesis. In a simple way, we are going to study this. Protein, we know it's a polypeptide, and this present knowledge on the protein synthesis process has come from two people. Because of the two people, they are Paul Zemanick and FHC Crick. Because of these two people, now we have a knowledge of protein synthesis concept. So protein synthesis takes place with the help of ribosomes, mRNA and tRNA and energy. So these all are the molecules that takes part in the protein synthesis. First ribosomes, next mRNA, tRNA, then energy. These are the main requirements for a protein synthesis process. So this protein synthesis process takes place in 4 steps. So the first step, activation, selection of amino acid. Activation, selection of amino acid. And the second step, initiation of polypeptide chain. Initiation of polypeptide chains. Third step, elongation of polypeptide chain. Elongation of polypeptide chain. And finally, termination, the last step, termination of polypeptide chain. So these are the 4 steps in which the protein synthesis is going to take place. So first, we are going to study the first step, activation of amino acid. Without amino acids, polypeptide will not form. Without polypeptide, protein will not form. So first of all, the amino acids should be activated. So the process of activation of amino acid by means of ATP, energy only. So I will write the step here. Amino acid plus ATP means adenosine triphosphate, which gives rise to amino acyl AMP plus 2 inorganic phosphates. Amino acyl AMP plus 2 inorganic phosphates. AMP means adenosine monophosphate. Here 2 inorganic phosphates will be liberated. So this is the activated amino acid. This step is activation of amino acid. So the amino acid is said to be activated. Now it should be charged. So the next step is charging of amino acid. Charging of tRNA. This activated amino acid will be attached to tRNA, which leads to the formation of amino acyl tRNA complex. Amino acyl tRNA complex. Amino acyl tRNA complex. So further, the amino acyl tRNA complex is formed. This is ready to be transferred to the larger subunit of ribosome. So now we are going to study the importance of ribosome so that initiation, elongation steps we can do it. So first, amino acids will be transferred to the ribosome, right? The tRNA will carry the amino acid from mRNA to ribosome, larger subunit of ribosome. So these ribosomes are of 2 types, 80S and 70S. Ribosomes. How many types? 2 types. 70S and 80S. The 70S you can find in prokaryotes and 80S you can find in eukaryotes. And there are 2 subunits of 70S and 2 subunits of 80S. They are 50s and 30s, and here 60s and 40s. This is larger subunit. Here also larger subunit. This is smaller subunit. Here also smaller subunit. So, is it clear? Hope you understood, right? Now, mRNA. Let's imagine this is an mRNA which is carrying all triplet codons. Symbolically, I am representing triplet codons. So this is 5 prime. This is 3 prime of mRNA. Okay, first tRNA with its anticodon loop, This is anticodon loop will be attached at the first triplet codon of the mRNA. Let's say this is first triplet codon, that is AUG. This is also called initiator codon. And the anticodon loop will be consisting of complementary nitrogenous bases. For A, this is U, and here U, here A, here G, there C. So UAC will be the anticodon of the tRNA. Okay, this is tRNA, this is mRNA, and here smaller subunit will be present. Smaller subunit means in prokaryotes 30s, in eukaryotes 40s, whatever it may. So the smaller subunit either 30s or 40s. Alright, 30s or 40s. Now this is not completed. The larger subunit will come and binds to it. Okay, so this forms a complex called initiation complex. Now this complex is called initiation complex. The tRNA is carrying this first amino acid. This is amino acid 1, first amino acid AUG, and attaches to P site. Here A site and here P site is present. This P site means peptidyl site. And this A site is nothing but amino acid tRNA binding site. Okay. As we know that the first tRNA, this tRNA, initiator tRNA with the amino acid 1 attached to P site. Initiator tRNA with first amino acid attached to P site. Now, one more tRNA reaching the second amino acid and starts elongation step. The second tRNA with the second amino acid. Let's say any triplet codon, whatever it may be. The second tRNA with the second amino acid will be first attached to A site. After picking up second amino acid, the tRNA will be attached to A site. From there, it will be translocated to P site. There, already first amino acid was present, right? First amino acid was already present at P site. In elongation step, we are talking now. The second amino acid, after picking up the second tRNA, after picking up the second amino acid, attaches to A site of the larger subunit, and from there translocated to P site. From there, the tRNA will be detached. So now amino acid 2 is attached to amino acid 1. Amino acid 2 is attached to amino acid 1. So in between there is a bond is formed. That bond is nothing but peptide bond. And this is dipeptide now. Because two amino acids, two peptides are there. So this is dipeptide, and the bond which is formed between these two amino acids is peptide bond. And then the complex moves on to the next amino acid triplet codon on the mRNA. The tRNA, the next tRNA, pick up third amino acid, attaches to A site, then translocated to P site. Then the third amino acid is attached to dipeptide already, which is synthesized. Now, third amino acid is added. Now it is tripeptide with the two peptide bonds. The two peptide bonds. Next, the complex moves on to the fourth triplet codon. Fourth triplet codon. Again, tRNA pick up amino acid, attaches to A site, translocated to P site, and then the amino acid is fourth amino acid is attached to already tripeptide is formed to that. Now it is tetrapeptide. So like that, the process goes on repeating until polypeptide takes place. Polypeptide synthesis takes place. That is elongation. So here this elongation step is very crucial step. Why? Because the tRNAs has to, as long as the ribosomal complex moves along the mRNA or mRNA moves along the ribosome, this the tRNA has to pick up the amino acid, attaching to A site, translocated to P site, and amino acid should be attached to previous amino acids on the peptidyl site. So this should be repeatedly happening, very crucial step, elongation step. And finally, the elongation is going to take place and polypeptide will be synthesized. The fastness of the polypeptide synthesis elongation step, I have to tell you here. The fastness is how much fast is 1/20th of 1 second, one peptide bond formation. One peptide bond formation, how much time? 1/20th of 1 second. That means 360 amino acids in 18 seconds it will form. 360 amino acids, a polypeptide with 360 amino acids, within 18 seconds it will be formed. That is the speedness, that is the rapid nature of protein synthesis, polypeptide formation. So now that is elongation. Okay, next, finally, termination has to be taking place, right? Whenever this ribosomal complex is, or initiation complex, is reaching the triplet codons like UAA or UAG or UGA, any of this triplet codon on the mRNA, if this ribosomal complex reaches, the process will be terminated. Why? Because these three triplet codons do not code for any amino acids. On the mRNA only present, but these triplet codons do not code for any amino acids. As this ribosomal complex or mRNA moving along the ribosome, whenever these triplet codons encountered by tRNA, the amino acid cannot be taken. Why? Because the amino acid only will not be coded by this triplet codons, and the process will be terminated, and that is called termination of polypeptide chain. So as a result, finally the polypeptide will be synthesized. So hope you understood the entire process, all the steps. Thank you very much.